Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with another one. Back with another one. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Let's see what's going on here. Oh man. All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, I had to work on my little thing. So yeah. See what this thing does. Okay. Had to get used to this new laptop. The old one done wore out. So it's bear with me. It's a lot to talk about. Lot to talk about. Lot to talk about. Yeah, excellent connection. Okay, I can't see nothing on that end. All right, it's a lot to talk about. Yeah, we have domestic terrorism in this country. A lot. I said a lot on the update. I said I wasn't going to do historical stuff because I ain't got all the pictures that I need to upload and things like that. I gotta find a few pics, icons, and things like that. Just a little different. I'm just gonna find little things going on. But this is just for the new for now. But I'll find something in the meantime, and I have to find some pics that's appropriate for this new computer because things like that I don't want to overflood it with data problems and things like that. So what I'm saying, like I'm just looking at it like from that angle. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. So I'm not tripping. Appreciate y'all supporting everything and all this other stuff. So this is a somewhat of a new year, somewhat of the new year is really in the spring. So you know how that goes. And damn, this is tough getting used to because you you're basically this is not entertainment, by the way. No. Yeah, thank you. I got to get used to that. The scrollers on here, see, it's not a touchscreen. My old one that I had, it was a somewhat of a hand me down, but I used it. I took care of it. Had all my stuff on it, but it was old. It's been around. It was the very first Chromebook that was a touchscreen. This one is more of a plus. It's got more security and everything else. I think people rely on it too much and expect people to, I mean, my connection is good because it was bad on the old computer. And I think the problem was I needed a new one. I think a lot of times when you get a new computer, your internet connection is not as bad. So I pretty much dial in and what's what. People be on some nonsense. I'll read this tweet. Y'all not fighting demons. Y'all fighting accountability. It's time to grow up. They talking about these females. Where we hear that from? I try to tell you. I try to tell you. This is the year of self reflection. And the reason I say this year is the self reflection. See, last year was the circus era. That's over with of the American, what they would say. But me, the new year really starts if the self reflection starts in the spring. That's the new year. See, we're in the winter. Everybody's in crisis with the snow and all this other stuff, worrying about a storm blast. Pretty much overkill. It's just what it was. I'll look at them others in a minute. But you had to use the old icon I found. Um, was desperate, but let's see something real quick. Blur. Let's see something real quick. Okay. Let's see. They said this is secure. It is secure. I just can't use it no more. See, my old Chromebook is outdated. Now that was. This is more up to date. How's everything secure? It is secure. Stuff I look at. Shit. Let's see. Yeah, it's a lot to talk about, and I think the situation with Las Vegas and New Orleans, no harm for no foul on nobody, but I'm just saying that's the self-reflecting error. Like we see multiple cities and targets, and I know the feds was talking about, it, and they said the guy was a Trump supporter on in Vegas. I'm not gonna get into that, like the political aspect of it, but I think that is telling. But that's anybody, But he was a Green Beret for some years. So yeah, the military self destruction. They need help as much as they can. I've been talking about this like I'll say probably 4 years ago in the summer. It's 4 years ago talk that they had problems. But that's why you see all these spaces like the Manosphere, for example. They always talk about that wild stuff and talking about females all day. It's kind of depressing to talk to, but it's not one of those things I would care for. Y'all catch my drift? Like I don't care for that. So yeah, it's pretty much the same. Yeah, I talked about Hannibal and all that. Okay. Huh. Here goes the clicking. All that damn clicking. It's like click, 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 click. All that damn clicking. I'm Let's see something real quick. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see something real quick. Yeah, it's a lot to talk about, and I think a lot of people just gonna be, it's a 9 o'clock game. I'll listen to that. She knew exactly what she was doing. Okay, it's a lot going on here. 7 p.m. We'll watch a different game. Let me see something real quick. That's for now. All right. All right. So, that's just one of the reasons. Yeah, what's going on, man? What's going on, Tampa? But yeah, I think the whole point, well, what I'm saying that this is going to be an interesting spring, the new year, the real new year. I feel what you're seeing in January, it does feel like last year. That's what it feels like to me. It don't feel like the new year because I feel like a lot of people are still overcoming after Christmas of, the first half of the year, and it just goes to show you that a lot of people are still messed up out here. So you got to understand, tax season is going to be starting March. That's like the new year and things like that. And that is what it is. Okay. Don't want to stab him. Blah, blah, blah. We ain't talking about that. Mark Cuban is selling Dallas Mavericks steak. I didn't want my kids feeling the pressure of what. Okay. That's a billionaire move, by the way. But yeah, man, like the Trump thing will be like this administration that's coming in is going to be very interesting. It's going to be like it was years ago, and people are panicking and what now. And then I heard Justin Trudeau step down from Canada, which I'm not surprised. Ain't got nothing to do with conservatism. It's just Canada's changing now. You can say what you want on any platform. That's what you talking about, free speech and criticism. Now, see, back in the years that I was inactive, I would say like 2015 to, I'll say probably before the pandemic, I would say probably 2015 to 2020. I came back in 2020 in the chat room and actually participating on panels. But 2015 to 2019, I was like really outside of doing content. Yeah, I was on YouTube and looking at people's videos and comment less and enjoying. I was really multitasking in other areas. I was working and things like that nature. But you have to understand at that time period, a lot of stuff was not really restrictive. It's just it was loose. When Obama left, Trump came in, things changed. Money started changing, and that's when you got all these people coming in and making the most money what they've ever done. So this time it's kind of a little different. Yes, tech driven. So I've been chilling. Yeah, I've been playing this game called Outriders. Outriders is a good game. The only downside is more like Witcher 3 with guns, and you have to rely on powers and shit, tools. This game came out. It was a buggy mess in 2021 during the pandemic, and I think after the pandemic, it's still a good game. But the pieces, it's got a lot of mediocrity into it. I'm just gonna say it like that. It's got a lot of mediocrity into it as a whole. So you can't really get upset with the content of the game. That's just normal. You got to learn to embrace the numbness of it. So really, there's a lot of class builds where I learned from this game. I was like, yeah, you have Technomancer, you have it's one of my personal favorites. I started out as Devastator with a female character. You know how that went. And then they got this fire build called Pyromancer, which is to me it's kind of overrated, but I'm gonna try that next. I just finished two classes on it, and then the last one is the tricks is more like a running gun type build. But it's kind of like you get what you get, but you understand what's going on. So the game is still weapon play, shooting, and things like that. And that's just how it is. I just understand that a lot of people just get caught up on the nonsense of what's going to happen and all these other things. And it's a good shooter. I think it's more strategic on based off your class and things like that. And I think that's just bottom line. And I think that's just the whole purpose of you knowing what your skill set is. And yeah, your skills go up and it goes to tiers. They got tier systems, which is kind of stupid. I don't like the tier system in general. And I think they're just terrible for the game. Like me personally, tier systems are the worst, and I think they are always going to be the worst. And it just reminds me of Witcher 3, like with guns. And I say that in comparison because you're crafting, you're still building, you got stupid vendors, and role playing games are tend to be dumb like that. But that's 95% of them. Now, same with Fallout 4. It has that feel, a mix of that, because it's a post apocalyptic on another planet called Enoch. How ironic, according to scriptures, that they try to steal once again. And it's just goes to show you that it is what it is, and that's just how you got to frame it. But the thing about it is, you understand that it's one of those things that you have to endure. So you look at the things that come with that, and then and but it's an online co-op shooter, but it's decent. It's got a lot of mediocrity into it. And to me personally, I think all the builds are good, but it's always about weapons end of the day. Because when you're playing these type of games, it's similar to Witcher 3, you already know that's the genre they do. Now, some role playing games don't rely on armor building. Like, see, Fallout's a little different. They got certain abilities I like. They have this the VAT system, which is cool. That's been since the third game of Fallout. The fourth game revolutionized what it's like to have that. And it's the abilities like skill trees and builds. You start looking at the game a little different, and you just look at the stuff that you rely on in so many points. And that's how it is. In certain instances, you just look at it like, okay, this is it, and then that's that. Let's see something. Yeah. Uh, Shouts out to the prophet's birthday. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He likes to make a scene about his day. Always thinking about himself. But I ain't forgot. He's born on the 8th. And tell him, whoever follows him, tell him I say happy birthday, man. Like, the nutty year. I think he just turned what, 36? Shoot, mine's in the spring. I'll be 37. I ain't gonna say hopefully I'm still here. No, I'm gonna be here. It's just another day. But yeah, a lot of things happen over time, and I just got caught with a lot of stuff. But I've been chilling, and I kind of stopped doing certain things because I said, you know what? Last year was the historical stuff. I just added content y'all can watch for much as you want. Knock yourself out. But this, I'm just gonna talk about current events, political stuff, and stuff is on the internet. What's common? But you got a lot of these females online tripping about relationships, and relationship topics are dead. I mean, I just subscribed to channel say I need understanding and men against bitter women. I mean, I thought it's a decent channel, but I take it as a grain of salt. It's not aligned with my beliefs, but some of the stuff he's saying is pretty accurate because some people just need to move on, bro. Like, that's a you problem. Most people don't want to hear that. And that's just bottom line. They say you go sell with extra mile. It's safe and everybody's still tripping. This ain't even the end of the month yet. So called Black History Month is right around the corner. So it's crazy. It's crazy, baby. And that's how you got to look at it in these things. So it's pretty much, yeah, this is gonna be an hour. We're gonna stop it at three something, but that's the name of the game. So that's how you hold up certain things, and they're just pictures for now. I'm not downloading on this. I'm gonna use this for content in my personal use. See, my old laptop had a lot of stuff. That has a lot of memory and things like that. I'm not gonna download a lot of shit that I have. It is what it is, but YouTube is what it is. Got too much video and stuff. A lot of people try to say, "You try to be a YouTuber all the year." I was like, "No, YouTube's not my job. I'm gonna quit your day job. It's a hobby, but not a job." A lot of you dudes get that confused, and I think problem is you rely on it too much. So stop saying it's my thing. Dolly does. I love the fact that I can create two characters on one game that I really like the most, and it's based like with shooters with Witcher 3. Yeah, you can play this online with friends. I'm playing on the Xbox. Now, if I played on PlayStation, you already know. But the armor pieces are terrible, yes. But the guns are excellent. You can modify your guns all you want. Get the best gear, the best loot is really the guns. The guns is what sell it. The character, the outfit, not so much. They all rely on the ability skills. Yes, they do. They don't rely too much, but if you have one that's mismatched, you already know. You only need three pieces to a build. So it's kind of crazy, but it's the truth. And that's how I give it up. That's how I give it up. Does it have caffeine? Yeah, it does have caffeine. Mhm. The other one has 300, 100% antioxidants, 80% if you get the full pack, 250. Interesting. I'm preserving that. Good for headaches, and I ain't had a headache in a minute since I got off that. I think the aspartame gum. That shit's a gainer, so I know what that's like. But it just goes to show you that I've seen a lot of stuff, and you just get stuff forward, and you be like, "All right, this is it." And Jack's been going on about it the whole last year about the Diddy thing, and that thing was wild, especially in 2024. 2024 was an interesting year. I really didn't have no complaints of the whole year. The whole 2024 year is just interesting. And the Celtics won the championship in 2024. Am I correct? Yeah, they won the championship. The NBA has been very good this year. Last year it was all right. Last season was all right. 23 to 2024, it was all right. It was, I wanted Dallas to win, but Boston beat them and all that. The best team right now after JB Bickerstaff was fired by the Cavaliers, Kenny Atkinson took over. Cavs improved, but that don't mean they're the best team because he got a team that's already made by JB Bickerstaff, and then they had Donovan Mitchell. They are 10-0 right now. The last 10 games, they're 10-0, and they're on a winning streak, 10-game winning streak. And they also have their 13 and 3 on the road, but they also 18-1 at home. Lost one home game. So they playing good basketball. Now the Pistons are in ninth place because JB Bickerstaff done turned them around. They did better than last year. They on a winning streak, but if they keep winning some games, they'll be in the playoffs. The Knicks is right on par. That's because they got Carl Anthony Towns and the coach. They're familiar with each other. The Knicks will always be a strong third. Boston is the second best team in the Eastern Conference, like they always have, but they're a better team. They're the champs. They could beat a team that's 31-4. Let's go keep it real. The Bucks are through. The Magic's good. You know why Orlando's good and why they're the 4th seed? KCP. He just won a championship with Jokic, should I say 2 years ago? It's 2 years ago. People forget about that. And they got Westbrook. So the worst team for the Eastern Conference right now is the Wizards. Me personally, the Wizards are trash. You know what I'm saying? The Sixers, they mediocrity, a lot of things going on in Philly. This ain't what it's gonna be like in March. No. So the Eastern Conference is straight. The West, yes, tough, stack heavy, but the best team, me personally, is the Thunder. Even though Cleveland got the best record, and they're on a 15-game winning streak. The Cavs are in a 10-game winning streak. Thunder's been on a 15-game winning streak. They're 10-0 on the last road. The same with the Cavs. They both are 13-3 on the road. But the Thunder lost 2 home games, but they're 17-2 at home. The Thunder might beat the Cavs tonight. I'm just saying. And they playing tonight, too. Now, the Rockets is mediocre. They ain't got nobody. They went on the winning streak. The young guys, they come along, but that ain't the best team. They just have Emi Doka knows what he did, like he did with the Celtics and put them into a championship presence. The Rockets are good. The Grizzlies is good. They got John Morant. The Nuggets are the better team. They're the 4th seed. They're still a top team because they won a championship 2 years ago. Dallas is a good team. Like I said, the 5th seed. They had Clay. They're in the mix. Lakers are a middle of the pack team. They're not going to make it the playoffs. They'll be in the play-in. The Clippers will surpass them probably, or the Timberwolves. Timberwolves got a chance to be the 6th seed. The Spurs is doing good. They have a chance to get in the playoffs, but they're inexperienced. It's a 3 to 5 year process, but the Spurs is on that level. Golden State's through. Sacramento's through. They've been losing games. They're imploding. The Jazz are trash. Jailblazers and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like the Pelicans are the worst team. I saw Zion Williamson dunk last night. All that for nothing. So that's pretty much it. The NBA looking good. The NFL, it's tight right now. I think the playoff starts this week. Me personally, we know the Lions beat the brakes off the Vikings. So in the conference, we already know it's the Chiefs. In the AFC conference, let's look at the AFC. And the Bills are in. Ravens won their division. They're in. Steelers in. Bengals out. Browns out. Texans, they're in the playoffs. They trashed. Ain't nobody care about Houston, Texas. Yeah. The AFC South's always been butt. But you got the wild card, Chargers and Broncos finally in the playoffs. This is going to be interesting playoffs on the AFC side. The NFC side, you already know. My team, the Eagles, they are won their division. The Commanders is right behind them. The Cowboys is out as usual. The Rams is won their division. I'm not surprised. They're 10-7, just like the Seahawks, but Seahawks couldn't get in because they only picked one. The Lions is 15-2. Good team, the best in the conference in NFC. They're 8-0 on the road, so they can win a Super Bowl. It's a possibility the Lions may win the Super Bowl. They're better than the Vikings. They lost 2 at home, so yeah, they're beatable at home. But if they're on the road, they're unstoppable. They're unstoppable. Buccaneers won their division. Atlanta lost. It's over for them. They got to regroup, start over. Which can you believe Bill Belichick is coaching for the Tar Heels? Amazing. Incredible. I know a lot about NFL history than I do any other history. I do love the NBA history. I know that more than the NFL. And I know all the history of the teams. I researched recently and it's just goes to show you. Oh, TC Killer. Salute to you, man. And Khalil, salute. Yeah, man, but this stuff is wild. But I think, what's going on right now, like with the world today, I think people are just upset that things are going to be a little bit different in the months. But you notice online is crazy. I mean, Telegram has been washed. I mean, shouts out to Absalon. The Telegram, the public Telegram is still on fire, it's still lit. But the other side of Telegram, the underbelly is done. It's dry. It was good for a good stint, and then it got dry. Now everybody said, "What about freedom to be free? They can say what they want. They record you more. You say something dumb when the other party gets in, which they're controlled by the same hand. It's curtains. It's curtains. And what I mean by that is you can't really say what you want in society. People just not walking on eggshells no more. They're learning that most people do what they do. I learned a long time ago, don't piss a lot of people off and just be yourself, and that's it. It's just what it is. He's a house X. We say Twitter. Oh, X is that shit is wild. Um, there's a lot of divide between MAGA and Elon Musk right now. That shit is wild. I think that's over with. Um, Trump used them like he did in 2016, and people are hurt by that. Well, that's what they get. You know who y'all voted for. You know who you vote for. You know who you vote for. And that's the thing about talking about content. You just know what you know. Yeah, it's crazy. But it's so much out there. A lot of people just get caught up on the other things, and but X is still entertainment. But I've been chilling, been doing me, and just staying out the way, and just look at this damn drama, and it's just crazy. But people just tripping because when Trump won the election the first time, they didn't want him to be president. He beat another female, and it was too easy back then. So back then, it was kind of like you understand what was up, and he didn't really do much for the first 2 years until the third year. They try to impeach him. Now he did some things, but I don't think he saved people. He just kept it what it was. He always focused on the money. That's all he did. Now this time he's kind of restricted because you got Elon controlling the White House, whatever. You know, a lot of people try to say he ain't control. Yeah, he is. He got the influence, and it's technical this time. So you can't get rid of. They're putting a hold on TikTok. They said TikTok may get banned and may be gone, but we got to see. I don't trust what the government say or anybody say at this point because anybody can be lying at the same time. Just saying. Just saying. Just fucking saying. Just saying. Not making no excuses. Just saying. Just saying. I mean, no. Let me stop. I ain't crazy. I'll listen to that tomorrow. you know. But you got a lot of weirdos out here trying to start you. Oh yeah, that debacle, yeah. Yeah, that debacle is sad. But it's a lot of stuff. And then Men Against Bitter Women, he has a thing that people be capping about dating older men and all this stuff. A lot of that stuff he said about this, it's actually true because a lot of dudes don't act like that. It depends on what you deal with. You deal with those bums. A lot of people's afraid of accountability. They actually, it's called self-reflection. This year is called self-reflection. We're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about it on a vlog stream eventually. Um, when it gets a little warm enough, I'll go out there. I ain't gonna go out there in the cold. I'm not gonna promise you anything. I said that last year and I couldn't because it got too cold and things, and I apologize for that. I will do a vlog stream eventually, and I got to see how it is and if I feel like it or not. So that's one of it. Yeah, it's not going to be banned because Trump put a stop to the Supreme Court, and I think the Republican they ain't going to because I just heard that Meta, I heard that Zuckerman or Zuckerberg said they've taken censorship off of these platforms. That's including Instagram and a lot of stuff. Because see, they see the success that Elon Musk have. He's a billionaire. They don't care about that stuff. So they're basically saying it's like the Wild Wild West, and they try to say police got full immunity. He was trolling. Trump was trolling when he said that. He's basically said the people that's come over here illegal have freedom immunity. That's basically what he's saying, and people see right through that and be like, "What's he talking about? More work, something we got to do. Police ain't gonna help you all the time. Everybody wants that bag. I'm just keeping it real. That's just how I looked at his first term. The second term was it's gonna be the same thing, but a little bit in your face. So be prepared for your safety, people. You got a guy that's just don't care. He's like a Mad Hatter. This is what it is. And let's see something real quick. See what's going on here. Yeah. Yeah. Check my emails. But like the one thing about this administration that's coming in and the old ones going out, it just goes to show you that you see what you see. Let me see something real quick. I'll find something. Hold on. I'm getting sidetracked here, but you know how it is. They're here for labor, especially cheap labor. Exactly. And it's just one of those things that you got to look at in the long haul. But a lot of people just get caught up on the other things, and but saturated content. I'm going to talk about these podcasts are played out when they talk about relationships. That shit's played out, and dudes get exposed all the time. But you also have guys that figure out they have to growing up to do explain themselves. You can't be studying these females and they're on the right path. I heard several successes, but don't listen to guys online that they're fucked up way more than you are. So you got to find your lane to pick. That's what I did years ago when I come back to certain spaces just to see and learn. Because the older I get, I just observe at this point. I ain't got time to. It's just what it is. Lord have mercy. Nightlife, the AVN Awards is just crazy. They have an award show. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's in Chatsworth, California. Is that it? Wow. Crazy. Okay. Oh man. They be posting nonsense. Yeah, Instagram, they done got raw, but they got the broadcast groups. So it's, the same rules apply, depends on the stuff that oh shit, no, I didn't. Uh yeah, I don't. Let's look at this shit. Okay. Everybody's got their own shows. It's in Vegas. It's promoted by My Free Cams. I'll figure that shit. Got the same people. Oh God. They got all types of people on here. Everybody done made it. Everybody's in. I'm just looking at something wild right now, y'all. It's just don't pay me no mind, but it's crazy. Yeah, I was trying to do something, but I said fuck it. Yeah, I'm not fooling with that. Yeah, put the link out there and I'll do that. It's just one of those reasons that, but platforms are changing. They always do this every year, so this is a new era and things like that. And we talked about a lot today, and I think we talked about the two guys, the two suspects that are it's domestic terrorism, but I wouldn't call it domestic terrorism. I call it domestic problem. I wouldn't even call it the T word. It ain't really terrorism because they ain't terrorize people like that. I call self-inflict, self-reflect, and self-inflict. This is the name of the era we're in. 2025 is a self-inflict and the self-reflect of the minds of what's around you. I've been saying this shit for probably 4 years when I did those live streams in 2021 during the pandemic days, pandemic streams, and a lot from this old Chromebook that I had. Oh, y'all remember the quadcast I had? I had all types of microphones, man. I was into that, and then the next year geared up and still with similar gear. This is one of my recent mics I had. I think I had this probably since 2023 or 2022. I think this is fairly new. This the one I got is fairly new. I think it's 2022, something like that. I had it since 2022, I believe. Yeah, and I started. Yeah, this is my fairly new ones or 23. I don't know the purchase on this, but what I'm talking into now. But this is my recent. I had this for a minute, and these last a little bit. But when you have microphones and start talking, you start talking to what's going on, and that's the thing that see what's going on. Yeah, I got my little audio box and talking into it and all that. And yes, it is plug and play on this computer and things like that. And you'd be like, oh, is this your little thing? Yeah, and then I got the live stream thing going, the recording and all that. Yes, I still record. I don't record that much. I record less and then I start talking. I don't want to go overboard with the bites on here. You know how that goes. So that's the stuff that you look for. So, it's a lot going on. So, it's 56 minutes and all that. So, yeah, like I've been chilling, I've been relaxing and whatever, make sure my content is excellent. And then you just get to see what's going on. But like this is gonna be a rocky year. This is gonna be a good, decent year, better than last year. Because last year it was incredible. Yeah, the election year was the distractions. You see Diddy and all this other stuff. A lot of stuff happening. But this year it's gonna be very different. It's gonna be like in the spring we're gonna know it's the actual new year because you get to see what's coming in place. Because see, the winter is so hard. It reminds you old from last year because that's that 2024 feel still. Until the spring, new year comes, we got to see how many days is going to be what it is. And I look at these things, what's to come and to happen. Yeah, Telegram is the only place you can say and speak your mind, but just be careful on certain other platforms and the private chats. That's what they care and all that. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It's not the best, but it's one of those you can just say, hey, yeah, that's the one that like me and all that. Yeah, it's a lot going on. So, I tell dudes just chill out. I mean, it's actually easy. The females just acting crazy about last year and things like that. But you gotta look at the bright side. It's not every day you get to see most of the stuff that you You have. But and then you gotta, I think you got a simp trying to help this other girl that she's been modeling for years and years. He gonna run her platform to the ground. I'm just saying that shit wild to me, bruh. That's the thing, they have their little website that shows what it is. Yeah, I voted and all that, but he don't run her shit to the ground. And men against bitter women. He's good. Yeah, it's an hour. Okay, I talked to y'all a couple of minutes, but it's a long one today. Is in the string? Yeah, it is, and we get to see what the results are from what we saw this month with the two guys, and now it's going to be very rocky and very interesting what Trump's going to do, and a lot of division amongst the people. But it is what it is. But a lot of times when you got a lot of females look good at these reward shows, I think the AVN is close to, I think it's called Adult Video Network Awards or something like that. I think it's from the 22nd to the 25th. That award show is kind of trash. I'm gonna keep it real. Vegas is desperate for adult content, and it's been dry since last year and this year. A lot of dudes is turning a new leaf. Yeah, it's some good ones out there, but it's gonna be boring. Like nobody wants to be there. It's a good event, but if it's online based, this is gonna show who's who gets the award and who doesn't. Tell you the internet don't ruin a lot of people. I say mainstream media created the new internet TV. Internet TV destroyed a lot of businesses in the world. So it's always gonna be a world like that. So yeah, my cable's in good shape. Okay. Still works. Because I have a faulty cable on the other one. It's a little faulty, but it's pretty good. It's been used, ain't been used yet. I'm gonna get another one. And it's just what it is. Like, a lot of times when I used to live stream, drop panels and stuff, I don't do that no more because I feel like that's played out. I did that in the pandemic days and people had conversations. It's enough talking and some more doing. You know what I mean? It's cool to have panels, but I don't like doing it no more because you got a lot of weirdos try act all weird. You know what I mean? I ain't got time for that. It's a lot of goofies on the internet now. Because see, they all stem from the pandemic era in 2021. See, 2021 was the year of the idiots. Before that, 2020, everybody didn't know how the world was going to change. Technology did change, and that was it, and that was an option. But now it's not an option. A lot of people didn't save their money; they ended up being broke. See, I saved my money during, I will say, from when I left my job, I quit from 2019 to now. Still got some money, but that proves that I manage it very well. I wish I have a whole lot, Be in a different situation, I won't have no problems. But that's pretty much it. But you got a lot of brokenness in people, but you treat them nice, and that's how it is. But the world's different. The world, you know, what we used to is just like it passes by. They say, "You ain't got that much time to live." I was like, "Girl," and these females say, 35 is considered old. No, it's not. It's considered young. If it's considered old, you got priority issues. See, a lot of people try to compare it to the 35 and 40s exact. No, it's not true. They were considered young. Anything old was 60 to 80, 60 to 100 years old. But 60 is like the threshold of old middle age, close to 70. 70 is like senior citizen. 60 is not somewhat of a senior citizen. So you're not considered a senior citizen until you're like 70, technically. And that's just the truth, man. Like, no time wasters allowed. Man, get out of here. Anytime when a female said there's a time waster, they the ones be time wasting and be scamming people out of content. I heard dudes try to buy this stuff. I said I'd never buy from a female like that. I mean, a lot of people say that's simple. No, it ain't. You just buying content and post it online. A lot of people say inappropriate. People do it all the time. They call that the simping thing. How's that simping? And simping, you have to actually participate in person. I say to me, simping to me, you got to go out there and talk to her. Or I'll give you an example. Be in her DMs. That's simping. And participating and wanting to get some. That's the whole point. And a lot of these dudes are desperate. That's why they get in these so-called red pill spaces. They end up being emotionally broken. That's why a lot of these dudes do a lot of podcasts and they talk about it like it's a religion. That's our problem. As men, as fellas, don't be a male out here. Just separate from the guys that act like simps, and they're simps they damn. So you got a lot of fake players out here that they're simps as well. And that's how they have a simp mindset. A female, stop calling her a woman. Because she's a woman, she won't be on the internet. These so-called women are females. They act like females, they act like categories, and that's what they are. They say, I ain't the category you are because you act like you're controlled by your lusts, and it's okay. It goes for both genders. But the females, they're obviously controlled by their lusts. So holding them accountable is a waste of time. And they don't run shit. And that's proven in this last election. They don't. Because if they did, they would have locked everybody up. They would love to see people get locked up. Let's see something real quick. Got a lot of nonsense on here. Hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna check this. I'm good on on that. Okay, caught up. Now I'm all caught up. That's on the T-gram, so I got to get this charge or whatever. All right, salute to everybody. To Khalil, TC Killer, and Tampa Sabre. Appreciate y'all fellas coming through just to listen. I'm just over here updating what's going on for somewhat of 2025. They what they would call the American, I would say this country will call it the new year. Technically, the new year is really in the spring because that's really the new year. This is going to be very interesting month. January, yes, I'm going to drop some content. This is the same process with the DHD. I might end it in April and might come up with a different type of live stream. Um, I might do it probably Mondays. I'm gonna tell you why I say I want to do Mondays. Mondays is very interesting. Um, Normally, I'll tell you why I want to do Mondays for first. The reason I want to do Monday streams, I feel like I could talk about current events that way, but we're doing it for DHD for the whole winter, somewhere in the spring. Stop it in the spring. The Monday thing, daily streams, if I ever get around to it, that's a concept I'm gonna come with if I want to live stream. Because I ain't gonna live stream forever. I'll do it when I have to, and it's just gonna be random. But I ain't gonna do like I did when I first started out. I'm gonna just set my stuff up and then it'll be scheduled. And I'll do the stream because I'm one of them people like, I plan my thoughts out and I just go in there. And then the reason I'm doing this is like this is topics where I'm saying what's going on online and offline. I'm just living my life, trying to survive out here. And it's not really easy, but you get used to it and you understand that other priorities matter. So with that, y'all have a good one. I will see y'all the Wednesday after next. Until next time, sign off. I'm out.